Hey there, TexasTVCar.com fans. I'm Videobob, and we're here with my fifth Delorean Time Machine. Count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is my fifth one. I can't believe it. And let's have a look at it, all right? This is pretty much like a lot of the other cars that I've had. You have the side pontoons here with the green tubes and all the little goodies. This is, of course, is a Mr. Fusion car, my favorite. At the end of part 1, he brings out the Mr. Fusion, and it continues on to part 2 and 3. We have the 2015 plate. This is a unique placement for your regular license plate. You could take that on and off that way. Here's your driver's side pontoons, and up on top, of course, are the flux boxes with the wormhole emitter. These are solid urethane castings, casted from molds made from the original screen used parts. You can see all the detail work with the screws and the mold plugs and all that good stuff. Of course, the wires run all the way underneath the car, bolted on there. All of these things are fastened on here with self-tapping screws right into the metal. They won't be coming off. As you can see, all this stuff is on there really, really tight. Rails going all the way around the car. And we'll show you the inside. I'm going to hand the camera to the cameraman Chris. And now we did something really special with this car. Let me come around here and open up the hood. I want to show off. Go around that side over there. I want to show off the inside. Now what we've done in here is this is a stadium quality 1800 watt smoke machine. This thing has enough power to smoke up an arena. Now because it has such a high volume and high heat, we've put in this special piped tubing that goes under the car, all the way under, and then back up through the vents. Here we have a 2000 watt inverter, which you can hear running, and it's powered by not only these two batteries, but the other two that's in the car, for a total of 4,000 watts of power. 4,000 amps, I'm sorry. It's 2,000 watts of power here, 4,000 cold cranking amps of power out of the 4 batteries. And then over there we permanently mounted a battery charger, which has a plug that goes up underneath. And what's really handy is when you're showing the car off, all you have to do is reach up under here, and it's hard to see, but there's a plug under here, and you can plug your car in for display purposes. So when you get to your car show, or if you're going to have it on permanent display at a museum, or wherever you have it, reach up under there, plug it in, and your car is going to be charged up. All right, let's go inside and actually go around the back. I want to show you that smoke machine. Go back there, and I'm going to show you a little trick here. All you got to do is flip this switch here, and the lamps, halogen lights, light up close. Now watch this. Here we go. How about that? Get that from the other side, so you can see how it flows out of there. Let me hit it again. That's some thick fog. Now I can hold this button and I can do this all day long until we can't see in here. Let me go ahead and stop that because it'll smoke it up pretty quick. All right, come around here. Let me show you the inside of the car. Now, this car works pretty much like most of the other time machines I've done, and it works just like the one in the movie. Here in the center console, mounted securely, is the time drive switch. You turn the time circuits on by rotating this handle all the way to the left. Now, that's a real special effect, sound effect, comes right out of the machine. That wasn't added in the video. Just like in the movie, it makes all the sounds. So, on the front console you have your time circuits. You have a GPS powered speedometer. This speedometer actually keeps real time. You have your plutonium gauges. Behind me, of course, is the flux capacitor. That is what makes time travel possible. And then over my left shoulder you have the spectrum analyzer display. Up above is the center console. Now you can flip these toggle switches here and turn these banks on and off. You can turn these on and off. There's a little green light here. You can flip these individually if you like. Just makes for a lot of fun when you're showing off the car. And I usually turn this one off when I'm driving because I don't want that glaring in my face. But that's pretty much how the thing works. Everything's mounted very securely. You know, this stuff is in here real tight so it doesn't rattle, and it works real good. You know what? Let's take the car for a ride. Hop in. All right, we're inside the Delorean Time Machine. We're going to take it for a ride. Safety first. Wear your seatbelt. There you go. I'll grab the camera while you're putting on your seatbelt. Chris over here is our electrical engineer. He helps with the car and helps us get things going. Of course, there's the flux capacitor. I love that thing. It's my favorite. All right, here you go. All right, let's go for a little cruise. It's automatic, so you don't have to mess around with stick shift. Here we go. Now, it's going to take a second for the speedometer to kick in. There it goes. Because it needs to see the sky in order for it to operate. You can see we're going at a blazing 10 miles an hour. This car's actually fairly peppy. It drives pretty good. Got a little bit of a glare here from all the lights being on, so we can see with the camera. But you can see how quickly it got up to 30 miles an hour. And it's fairly quiet in here. I mean, you're going to hear a little bit of rattling from all this stuff, but we've got everything tied down so that it's secure. It doesn't make a whole lot of noise. Car comes standard with heating and air conditioning. It's a nice, cool, early spring night, so you don't need any air. I love how the speedometer actually works. There it is. We're going 60 and a 45. Don't tell anybody. It's hard not to speed in this thing because it's like a little rocket ship. It's pretty difficult to keep it in the speed limit. This light's going to take a minute. Let's see. It's a lot of fun driving around in the Delorean Time Machine because probably while we're out, you're going to hear some horns honking and maybe see some flashes of light. That's not lightning. Those are people driving next to me taking my picture. That's pretty much what happens every time you take this car out. You got to really pay attention to your blind spots because a real issue with driving this car is that people will drive in your blind spot trying to take a picture with their phone and then you can't see them. So you always need to check 3 times before you change lanes because almost always there's somebody driving right next to you and trying to take your picture. All right, let's hop on the highway and see what happens if we go 88 miles an hour. There's a cop around, we'll get a ticket. That is fun. We are hauling ass. We are going 86 miles an hour. And look how smooth this thing is, right? Straight. There's a little bit of a crosswind here, but it rides smooth as rails. Great car, brand new tires. You know, whenever we do a DeLorean, we make sure the brake system is good, replace it if necessary, replace the entire fuel system, new fuel pump, injectors, fuel distributor, warm-up regulator, all of the things that are usually problematic with a DeLorean. If it needs a new alternator, we'll put that in. And we make sure that the car is tip-top running condition when you get it. I've been working on and driving DeLoreans for almost 10 years. I drove around in my personal car for a couple years as a daily driver. So I hesitate to call myself a DeLorean expert, but I know quite a bit about the car, and I can't imagine a better person than myself to get a Delorean Time Machine because not only will I make sure your car is in good working condition, but I've built 5 of these things, and I build all these props, and I know exactly how the car works, how everything fits ergonomically, electronically, and look at this, we're cruising along at 88 miles an hour, and I don't see any fire trails behind us. But it's a lot of fun to drive this car, and let's not forget, this is a DeLorean sports car. You know, it's not like a Kia Rio or anything. This thing does perform. It has a Lotus Esprit style double wishbone frame. and suspension system. It'll corner like crazy. I mean, there's nothing more fun than flying around one of those off ramps or on ramps where you go through a circle, going as fast as you can through that thing. It's got pretty good ground clearance for such a low car. This car is pretty low. We're basically sitting on the ground, but for some reason, the way it's designed, I don't think I've ever scraped it. I never hit a thing when I'm pulling in. So the suspension system on DeLoreans are great. They got a kind of a bad rap when they came out in '81 because they were trying to compare this car to Ferraris and Lamborghinis because this car was priced at $25,000 in 1981. You could buy 2 Corvettes and a really nice dinner for that kind of money. You know, it only has a V6 engine, which is all aluminum, but it was designed to be the first green economical car. It was designed by John DeLorean with a body that would never rust and came with a 25-year body warranty. The engine, when tuned perfectly, is almost a zero emissions engine and got 25 miles a gallon. So it was a real green car for the time, but it kind of backfired on it because people wanted a sports car that went 0 to 60 in you know, under 6 seconds, whereas the 0 to 60 in this is about 10 seconds. But we seem to be getting along pretty good. I mean, here we are. I mean, it didn't take me any time at all to get up to 75 miles an hour. But the car is a lot of fun. If you go into Google and you search for the most iconic movie cars of all time, on every single list that you find, you will see that the DeLorean Time Machine is always #1. After 25 years of this movie, it's still the most iconic, most wanted of all the movie cars because it is just such an amazing vehicle. I'll take the Pepsi challenge with any car that you have. I don't care if it's $1 million Enzo or any classic car or any other movie car. The Back to the Future DeLorean Time Machine, with its stainless steel construction, its gull-wing doors, and all of its aircraft era components, really makes it over the top. These parts in here, these are real parts. This is real metal, this is aluminum, this is stainless steel. This is all the real stuff. You just can't get any more real than this. So if you want your own DeLorean Time Machine, all you got to do is go to TexasTVCars.com, send me an email at videobob@hotmail.com, place your order, and I can build you your own Back to the Future DeLorean Time Machine. I can get you an automatic or a 5-speed, black or gray leather interior. We can put in the fog machine. We can put in all kinds of special equipment that you want, the neon around the tubes, anything you want. It just depends on what your budget and your time frame is and what it is that you really want out of your car and what you plan to do with it. And look at this thing. I am flying. I love this thing. See, it's hard to tell what I'm going to do here on camera, but I'm going to go around this corner at a high rate of speed, so hold on, it should be fine. Let's see how fast I can go around this corner. Let's see here. 40. I went around that corner at 40 miles an hour. I'd like to see you do that. And what? If I did that in my Magnum, I'd have flipped it. That was awesome. And the thing is quiet too. It doesn't hardly make any noise. Well, all right, we're back at the shop. So thanks for watching the video. I'm Videobob. Check us out at TexasTVCars.com and order a DeLorean Time Machine. Thanks for watching.